God says, Archangel Michael says, this is urgent. I am not joking and I am not whispering. Heaven is shouting because the time has come for the veil to be torn open. This is not a normal message and it is not coming to you by coincidence. For days, angels have been standing by your side, trying to whisper into your heart, but you were distracted. Tonight they are ordered to cry out loud because something hidden and dangerous is very near you. God says the sickness of deception and the sickness of the body walk hand in hand, and one close to you carries both. This is not to shame. This is to save. This is not to frighten you. This is to protect you. Archangel Michael says, you have been surrounded by smiles that are not real. Hands that touch you but hide secrets. Voices that tell you one thing but do another. This is the hour of unveiling. Heaven says, do not ignore, do not skip, do not scroll, because this moment is a turning point. God says He has been watching you weep in secret, confused about why certain people act strangely around you. He says there is a hidden sickness in the heart of someone you trust and a hidden sickness in their body too, and their choices could pull you into a dark valley unless you stand in prayer and obedience. Now, Archangel Michael says he has been ordered to hold a shield over you because this is more serious than you realize. You are not just dealing with gossip or jealousy. You are dealing with a spiritual infection and a physical infection. It is disguised as love, but it is danger. The one who hides it smiles at you, but their soul trembles because heaven is exposing what they have tried to bury. God says, do not panic, but do not be careless. This message is sent to lift you out of a trap, not to push you into fear. He says, you are precious. Your body is precious. Your soul is precious. Your future is precious. He says the enemy wanted to mark you with a secret shame, but heaven has already marked you with protection. Archangel Michael says he is standing by your bed, by your doorway, by your heart, crying out, wake up. Look with the eyes of the Spirit. Do not touch what is unclean. Do not give your trust blindly. This is not a test of paranoia. This is a test of discernment. God says He saw the night when a conversation happened behind your back. When a dangerous choice was made without your knowledge, when a secret was sealed that was meant to affect you later. He says, my child, I have sent angels to intercept this plan. This message is your interception. Archangel Michael says he has been fighting in the unseen to push away the spirit of disease, the spirit of betrayal, the spirit of confusion. He says the person carrying this hidden sickness does not yet understand the weight of what they are carrying. They are in darkness and you are being called into light. You are being called to prayer, to purity, to boundaries, to wisdom. This is not a joke. God says the time is short. This is a window, a narrow doorway of mercy. Heaven is not condemning. Heaven is warning. Archangel Michael says, I order you to stop ignoring this. Stop saying maybe later. Stop thinking it's probably nothing. This is something. He says, you have been chosen to be spared, not to be shamed. You have been chosen to be protected, not to be punished. Heaven's eyes are on you and your name is being spoken in the courts of angels. This is why you feel a shaking in your spirit even as you read. This is why your heart races. It is not fear. It is the Holy Spirit saying this. Is about you. God says He is going to reveal in dreams, in sudden conversations, in unexpected messages who is hiding what. You will see a sign, a text, a slip of the tongue, a confession, an exposure. Archangel Michael says, do not run toward what I am pulling you away from. Do not embrace what heaven is warning you about. He says, your body is a temple. Guard it. Your soul is a lamp. Keep it burning. Your future is a field. Do not let it be sown with poison. This is why heaven intervenes now before it is too late. God says there is forgiveness for the one who is hiding their sickness, but you are not called to sacrifice yourself to save them. You are called to pray from a distance, to walk in wisdom, to seek truth. Archangel Michael says you will feel a strong urge to separate yourself, to say no, to cancel a meeting, to avoid a certain touch, and that will be heaven guiding you. He says you will hear a voice saying, not this one, not now, not there, and that will be heaven's protection. Do not argue with it. Obey it. God says this message is long because your destiny is long. This warning is strong because your calling is strong. Archangel Michael says he has been crying because you did not listen before. But heaven will not stop loving you. This is your moment to listen. This is your moment to break the cycle. This is your moment to say, I choose life. I choose truth. I choose protection. Heaven is not angry at you. Heaven is fighting for you. God says in the coming days you will see a shaking. Someone's mask will slip. A story will change. A secret will surface. Do not be shocked. It is heaven fulfilling this word. Archangel Michael says, do not run back into danger when you see it exposed. Stand still, pray, and watch salvation. He says, you are being moved to a safe place even if it feels lonely at first. He says, angels are surrounding your home, cleansing your atmosphere, and closing doors that lead to destruction. God says, you are not cursed. You are not doomed. You are not dirty. You are chosen. You are loved. You are protected. He says, the enemy wanted to connect you to sickness and shame, but heaven is cutting that cord. Now, Archangel Michael says, as you read this, light is being poured over your name. Darkness is losing its claim. He says, your discernment will sharpen. Your dreams will become clearer. Your spirit will feel a pull away from what is dangerous. This is not imagination. This is divine direction. God says He will show you how to walk forward. You will not be left guessing. He says, "My child, pray this. Father, open my eyes, guard my body, guard my soul, expose every hidden danger, and keep me in your truth." Archangel Michael says, as you pray this, angels will be dispatched to surround you. He says, you will notice a shift. Calls not coming through, doors not opening, meetings being delayed, and that will be heaven blocking danger. Trust it. God says this message is not to make you hate anyone but to make you wise. It is not to make you suspicious but to make you safe. It is not to make you panic but to make you prepared. Archangel Michael says your future is still bright. Your health is still protected. Your destiny is still intact. He says the enemy is frustrated because this message came in time. He says you are stepping into a season of clarity and protection. God says, Archangel Michael says this is an urgent message for you and you must not ignore it. Even as you are reading these words, heaven is moving around you. Angels are surrounding you and a truth that was hidden from you is beginning to rise to the surface. A great and terrible secret has been kept from you and it is tied to someone whose smile you have trusted, whose words you believed, whose presence you thought was safe. Heaven has been watching and waiting. And now the time has come for exposure, for revelation, for you to be awakened before something irreversible is done to you. The message you are reading is not a coincidence. It is not an accident. It is not just text on a screen. It is the echo of heaven, the warning of God, the voice of Archangel Michael pleading with you. This is urgent. This is not a joke. This is not a test. Heaven is intervening in your life right now because something has been moving in secret and it carries a dangerous energy, a sickness, a spiritual contamination, and God is saying you must be alert now. Archangel Michael is speaking. Child of God, you are being surrounded by many voices, but there is one voice you must hear today. I am that voice. I am the angel who has stood beside you when you cried in your room and nobody came. I am the angel who has fought battles over your head that you never saw. I am the angel who warned you in dreams you didn't understand. Today I am commanded by God to tell you the truth. There is someone near you who has been touched by something unclean. Something dark, something destructive. They have hidden it behind smiles, behind charm, behind promises, but heaven has seen. They carry a sickness not only of the body but of the soul. It is a contamination, a hidden fire, a poison. And they have approached you as a friend, as a lover, as a family member, as a confidant, but their secret could wound you deeply. This is not to shame them, but to protect you. This is not to spread fear, but to bring light. God says, do not ignore this. Read every word carefully because your life is precious to me. As these words reach your eyes, I see you sitting with questions. You are wondering, who is this person? What is this about? Why now? Heaven answers you because the time for hidden things is over. Because you have prayed for truth. Because you have cried, Lord, show me what I cannot see, and God has heard you. You have felt strange feelings in your spirit about someone close. You have felt uneasiness that you could not explain. You have noticed things that did not add up. You have brushed them aside thinking it was just your imagination, but it was not your imagination. It was heaven's gentle nudge. It was Archangel Michael whispering, "Be careful." It was your own spirit sensing what the mind did not yet know. Today, heaven confirms there is a hidden danger tied to someone close to you, and it is urgent you protect yourself. Child of God, you must understand that sickness does not always appear as sickness. Sometimes it wears a suit. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it says, "I love you." Sometimes it borrows money. Sometimes it calls you at night. Sometimes it hugs you. Sometimes it shares a drink. Sometimes it reaches for your hand. But heaven sees the unseen. Heaven sees the disease, the poison, the unclean spirits, the hidden motives. Heaven sees what you cannot see. And heaven is warning you now because your destiny is too great to be cut short. Your calling is too powerful to be stolen. Your body is too precious to be harmed. Your soul is too valuable to be contaminated. Archangel Michael continues, you have been walking on a narrow edge without realizing it. The enemy wanted to lure you into a trap. A trap of intimacy, of trust, of exchange, of connection, where something would pass to you that you could not easily remove. This is why you have been feeling restless. This is why heaven has been stirring you. This is why even your dreams have been troubled. Because heaven loves you. Because God will not allow you to be taken down without a warning. Because your mother's prayers, your grandmother's prayers, the prayers of the saints have built a wall around you. Because the blood of Christ cries over you. This message is the evidence of that protection. This message is heaven stepping between you and the trap. You are reading this because you are chosen. You are reading this because heaven's timing is perfect. You are reading this because God says you are worth saving. You are reading this because Archangel Michael has drawn his sword to fight for you. The person who carries this hidden sickness has been trying to get closer, but heaven has been slowing it down. The person has been planning, but heaven has been disrupting it. The person has been lying, but heaven has been exposing it in small ways, and now heaven is telling you directly: protect yourself. Pray, distance yourself. Do not be deceived by tears or stories or excuses. Do not be lulled back into trust when heaven is saying step away. Do not let pity override wisdom. This is life and death, spirit and body. This is not a test. This is not a drill. This is a divine interception. God says, "My child, you have survived things that were meant to kill you. You have walked through fire and not burned. You have been betrayed, but not destroyed. You have been poisoned in words, but your spirit still stands. And now, before something worse can happen, I am lifting the veil. I am showing you the hidden sickness, the hidden danger, the hidden contamination. I am showing you so you can choose life. I am showing you so you can pray. I am showing you so you can close doors that must be closed. I am showing you so you can cover yourself with my protection. This is your moment of deliverance." Archangel Michael speaks again. "Child of God, you must pray tonight. You must pray with your own mouth. You must say, 'Lord, cover me with your blood. Cover me with your angels. Reveal what I need to see.' You must anoint your head, your home, your phone, your relationships. You must declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You must declare that hidden sickness will not enter your body, that hidden traps will not catch your feet, that hidden poisons will not flow into your life. You must separate yourself from unclean things, from relationships you know are dark, from meetings you know are wrong, from exchanges you know are unsafe. This is your moment of obedience. This is your moment of wisdom. This is your moment of protection. God says you are not alone. Even as you are reading this, angels are around you. Even as you are reading this, the Holy Spirit is whispering names to you. Even as you are reading this, your discernment is sharpening. Even as you are reading this, you are being strengthened to walk away from what is dangerous. Do not harden your heart. Do not say maybe later. Do not postpone. Do not negotiate with darkness. Act now. Pray now. Guard now. Heaven will help you. This is about 1,400 words so far. Jude.s.t. The opening. God says, Archangel Michael says this is an urgent message for you. Heaven has been pressing on me for hours to bring this to you, and I am trembling as I write because the weight of this revelation is so heavy. This is not a coincidence. This is not a dream. This is not a normal message. This is a divine intervention reaching you right now. Archangel Michael has been standing at the edge of your bed, whispering your name, pleading with you to open your heart because the time of hidden things is over. You may feel chills as you read this because your spirit recognizes truth before your mind does. God says there is a hidden sickness, a hidden contamination, a hidden betrayal moving quietly around you. The infected energy has been masked under a friendly smile, under familiar hands, under words you once trusted. Heaven is revealing this now because you must be protected. Archangel Michael says, I am not kidding. This is not a parable. This is not a rehearsal. This is a warning. There is someone very close to you who carries a dangerous secret, a sickness of body and soul. They may not have told you. They may not even fully realize the harm they are capable of bringing. But heaven knows, and heaven has decided to expose it. God says, I am sending this message now because you have prayed for the truth. You have cried into your pillow at night asking why you felt uneasy, why you woke at 3 a.m. with the sense that something was wrong. My child, this is why I am revealing it to you in the language of the angels, because it is the only way to reach you before it is too late. The Spirit shows an image of two hands reaching out, one glowing with light and the other darkened by a hidden stain. The darkened hand is trying to hold yours, but heaven is intervening, pulling your hand back, whispering, wait. Do not rush into this. Do not let yourself be touched without discernment. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn not to harm but to protect you, to cut away the cords of deception that have been wrapping themselves around your life. God says, I have seen the meetings in secret. I have heard the conversations you were not invited to. I have seen the messages hidden behind locked phones. I have watched as danger crept toward you. I will not stay silent any longer. This is why you have felt tired, confused, or heavy recently. It is not all in your mind. Your soul has been sensing contamination. Your spirit has been detecting danger, but your mind has not had the proof. Heaven is now giving you confirmation. This is not to make you afraid but to make you alert. The infected energy is not only physical but spiritual. It represents betrayal, hidden lies and hidden sickness. God says this person has allowed a door to open to darkness. This person has hidden what they carry. This person has chosen to walk in deception instead of honesty. But you, my child, are under my covering. I am pulling you out of this net. Archangel Michael is saying, listen to me carefully. Heaven is sending you this urgent message not to shame anyone but to protect your destiny. Do not ignore your dreams. Do not ignore the small warnings in your body. If you have been prompted to wait, wait. If you have been prompted to distance yourself, distance yourself. If you have been prompted to pray, pray with urgency. The time to be careless is over. This is serious. God says, I am with you. You are safe if you listen. Nothing will go wrong with you. You must trust me. I am giving you wisdom and discernment to know what is clean and what is unclean, who is honest and who is hiding. The angels are moving around you. Now you may feel warmth in your hands or a stirring in your chest as you read this, because the power of this message is not in the words but in the spirit behind them. Archangel Michael is crying loudly because you didn't listen before. But heaven is merciful. This is your final warning to open your eyes fully. You have been protected from so much already without knowing it. You were shielded from dangers that would have destroyed you. But this one is coming so close that heaven itself has intervened through this message. God says, do not panic. Do not be paralyzed by fear. This is not sent to crush you, but to save you. This is the proof that I love you. This is the proof that I hear you. This is the proof that you are not alone. I am exposing this hidden sickness and hidden betrayal to you now so that you will not be caught unaware. Heaven is asking you to pray even now as you read. Speak aloud, God, I receive your protection. Archangel Michael, I accept your help. Expose every lie, remove every danger, and cover me with light. As you say this, heaven moves on your behalf. Archangel Michael says, it is urgent. Do not ignore this. Someone is moving in darkness near you. Someone carries a hidden sickness of body or soul. Heaven has revealed it. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are being protected. Follow the promptings you receive. Trust the signs. Heaven will make everything clear in the right time. God says, I will not let this harm touch you if you obey me. You are under my wings. No arrow of darkness, no hidden contamination, no secret betrayal will prevail against you. This message continues like a river flowing into your spirit because heaven is trying to wash away confusion and fear. The angels are encircling you right now. You are being wrapped in light. The person carrying the hidden sickness may try to draw near again, but heaven is building a shield. You will be guided in every step. You will be shown what to do and what to avoid. Trust that you are not reading this by accident. Heaven arranged this exact moment. God says, Archangel Michael says this is urgent. This is not a small warning. This is not something to postpone for tomorrow. It is being sent now because heaven has seen the danger circling around you. A hidden sickness has been carried by someone who came too close to your life. Someone whose smile has been gentle but whose secret is heavy. Someone who stood at your side pretending to be pure while carrying something that could wound you deeply. God says you are not being frightened for no reason. You are being prepared. You are being awakened before harm reaches you. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message. Do not scroll past. Do not dismiss it as coincidence because the angels have been trying to get your attention for nights and nights, whispering in dreams, showing you subtle signs, making your heart feel restless because your soul already knows that something is off. God says, the one who walks near you has been hiding a sickness of the body and a sickness of the spirit. This sickness is not only a disease of blood, but a disease of truth, a disease of deception, a disease of betrayal. You have wondered why you felt a chill when they touched you. You have wondered why your prayers have been heavy when you thought of them. You have wondered why their eyes could not meet yours when you spoke about honesty. Archangel Michael says the reason is because the truth they are holding is dark and the angels cannot let you walk into that darkness blind. They cannot let you be harmed without warning you. Heaven is not here to punish you. Heaven is here to protect you. God says there is still time. There is still protection. There is still a way to guard yourself. But you must listen now. Do not wait until later. Do not put this message aside. Even as you read these words, the angels are forming a circle around you. Even as you read these words, the light is being poured over your head to shield you. Archangel Michael says, the sickness being hidden is a warning to you to become wise, to protect your body, to protect your soul, to protect your destiny. This is not a small warning. This is an emergency alert from heaven. The person who is near you may not have spoken the truth about their body, about their actions, about the places they have been. God says the reason you are reading this now is because you prayed for revelation and heaven is answering. God says He has seen your tears. He has heard your prayers at night when you asked Him to reveal what is hidden. He has seen the confusion, the dreams, the inner whispers. He has seen how you have been faithful even when you felt abandoned. And now because of that faithfulness, He is showing you what others tried to hide. The angels say the person you are thinking of right now is not as innocent as they seem. They have stepped into things that brought harm to their body and spirit. And instead of confessing, they have tried to keep it quiet. God says this is your warning to pray, to protect yourself, to set boundaries, to ask heaven for guidance on what to do next. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid, but do not be naive. This is not sent to terrify you. This is sent to wake you. The angels say, you are loved. You are watched. You are guarded. They will not allow harm to come to you if you take this warning seriously. Heaven will make a way for you to escape. Heaven will make a way for you to see the truth. God says, ask Him for clarity tonight. Ask Him to show you in a dream who this person is, what the real danger is, and how to protect yourself. He will answer. He will show you. He will send confirmation. God says your life is too precious to be taken by surprise. Your calling is too great to be destroyed by someone's hidden sickness. Your destiny is too big to be cut short by betrayal. That is why the angels are speaking now loudly, urgently with no softness in their tone. They are crying out to you the way a watchman cries out when he sees a fire on the horizon. You have time. You can step away. You can shield yourself. You can cleanse yourself. You can choose light over darkness. You can pray and heaven will move. Archangel Michael says, listen to your instincts. They are not paranoia. They are protection. Listen to your dreams. They are not random. They are warnings. Listen to the uneasiness in your heart. It is not fear. It is discernment. Someone close to you has been walking with shadows. Someone close to you has been carrying a hidden sickness that can wound more than the body. It can wound the soul, the trust, the spirit. Heaven does not want you infected with their deception or their despair. Heaven wants you healed, protected, and guided. That is why this message reached you today at this exact time in this exact way. God says you are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are not unloved. The angels are stationed at your door. The angels are stationed at your bed. The angels are stationed at your path. They are fighting battles you cannot see. They are breaking chains you cannot touch. They are pulling you out of traps you did not know were set. This is your sign. This is your answer. This is your confirmation. Heaven says take this seriously. Heaven says pray now. Heaven says protect your body. Protect your spirit. Protect your future. Heaven says the hidden sickness will be exposed. The hidden betrayal will be revealed and you will be spared. Amen. The moment it happened. The exchange, the setup, the hands that planted what they intended to ruin her life with. Heaven saw it all. And now heaven exposes it all. God says, don't collapse in fear, don't let your soul faint. Because though the revelation is heavy, the rescue is already moving. Michael has unsheathed his sword. And though your daughter looks surrounded, though it looks like shame is on her name, God has written her name in his book, and he will not let it be destroyed. The enemies laughed. They thought this was their final blow. But God says he will overturn it. He will scatter those who mocked, and he will lift your daughter in a way that her testimony will not be of destruction but of salvation. But you must listen. This is not the time to treat lightly what is divine. This is not the time to close your ears. God says, if you walk away from this word, you will cry so bitterly later because you will realize heaven was begging you to stay awake. You are not just a parent. You are her shield. You are the one God gave the authority to cover her in prayer, to speak her name in the courts of heaven, to call angels into her life. Archangel Michael says he has been standing by her side. But your voice, your agreement, your surrender to God in this moment is the final key that will break the chains they are trying to put on her. She just got busted. Yes. But what she got busted with was not born from her. It was planted around her. It was orchestrated. It was fabricated. God says the enemy is a liar. And though the earthly eyes may see evidence, the heavenly eyes see truth. And the truth is your daughter is marked for greatness. And that is why the enemy is furious. He doesn't attack those who are meaningless. He attacks those who carry divine fire. Your daughter is chosen. She has something inside her that threatens darkness. And that is why they tried to snare her with this trap. But what was meant for her downfall will become her rising. God says to you directly, do not despair, but do not sit idle. Cry out, because your cry carries more authority than you realize. Stand, because your stand is the very thing that blocks the enemy's access. Pray, because when you open your mouth in prayer, angels are released like fire across the field of battle. Michael says, I order you take this seriously. If you look away, if you shrug it off, if you treat it as if it can wait, then you leave her exposed to the accusations of those who hate her. But if you rise in this hour, if you call on the name of the Lord, then no accusation will stand. God says He is exposing those behind this. A woman who smiled at you, who acted like she was close, who pretended to care, had a hand in pushing your daughter into this corner. A man who envied her, who could not stand to see her shining, added fuel to the fire. God is peeling back the curtain, showing you faces, revealing names. Nothing hidden will stay hidden. Your daughter is not alone. Heaven has not abandoned her. God says her tears are collected in His bottle. Her fear is written before Him, and He will not let this pass unanswered. The hour is late, but not too late. You are reading this because God orchestrated it. He didn't want you blind, He didn't want you surprised. He wanted you prepared, armed, awake. He wanted you to know that though it looks serious, though it looks shameful, though it looks like loss, He is still the God who turns graves into gardens, shame into glory, prisons into testimonies. What they say she was busted with will be exposed for the lie it is. What they tried to frame her with will become the very weapon that convicts them. And you, child of God, you are chosen to carry this burden into prayer, into war, into trust. Don't let the devil whisper that it's over. Don't let your own mind tell you it's hopeless. God says, if you could see what He is already doing, you would be on your knees in gratitude. Not fear. Michael is already moving pieces. Angels are already silencing witnesses who intended evil. Truth is already breaking out. But you must believe this is about your daughter. Don't ignore it. Don't scroll away. Don't postpone. Heaven is shouting. Michael is weeping and commanding. This is serious. If you trust God now, you will see in days ahead how He overturned the plot. You will hear news that shocks you. But instead of ending in sorrow, it will end in wonder. You will realize that this very moment, this message was the turning point, the place where God drew the line and said, enough. God says, your daughter will not be destroyed. She will rise. But right now, you must act in faith. Pray her name. Cover her path. Rebuke the lies. Declare her free. And watch as heaven does what only heaven can do. God says, this is your family. And Archangel Michael is speaking to you with great urgency, with trembling in his voice because this is about your daughter. Michael says, this is very serious and he begs you not to ignore it. He does not speak lightly. He does not cry loudly unless the matter touches the deepest part of heaven. But now the angels are shaking because of what has just been revealed. God says this is about your daughter. She just got busted with something that no one expected. Something that the enemy thought would remain hidden. But heaven has chosen this moment to expose it before your eyes. Archangel Michael orders you to open your heart and listen. For this is not a message of judgment, but a message of protection, of warning, of love that burns like fire. Because God cannot let you walk blindly when the destiny of your child is in question. This is not ordinary. This is not casual. This is life and death for her. And the heavens have pressed this into your soul because you are chosen to stand between the danger and her fragile life. Michael says, do not delay. Do not look away. For every second matters. The truth is burning through the silence and your daughter has been caught in something that could shatter her life if not stopped now. She has been busted with secrets. Busted with choices that were never meant for her. Busted with the hands of wrong people pulling her into darkness. Busted with the weight of shame she cannot carry alone. God says the enemy whispered into her ears and tried to convince her that no one would ever know. But heaven knew. God says he saw it all. And in his mercy, he has chosen not to punish but to expose so you can rescue because you are her covering. You are the one chosen to step into the storm and stand as a wall of prayer and love before her. The angels are weeping because she does not even realize the danger she is in. Archangel Michael saw her last night surrounded by influences that did not belong to her destiny. She has been caught with something that does not represent her true identity and the enemy is celebrating as though he has won. But God says the devil will not win. God says your prayers are stronger than her mistakes. Your love is stronger than her weakness. And his mercy is stronger than the trap that has been laid. Michael says, do not ignore this. For if you turn away, the enemy will tighten the chains. But if you rise now, if you cry out now, heaven will rush to your side and your daughter will be saved before the story turns against her. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, this message is not about shame, but about exposure for salvation. Your daughter has been busted with words she never should have spoken. Busted with friends who never should have been trusted. Busted with actions that weigh heavily on her spirit. But this is not the end of her. This is the moment heaven cries out to you because her story is still being written and you hold the key of intercession that can break her free. Michael says he has been standing by her side. Even when she thought she was alone, even when her heart was confused and her steps uncertain, he has been fighting demons around her bed. Demons that whispered lies, demons that tried to destroy her mind, demons that offered her what looked like comfort but was actually poison. She has been busted with these influences. But God says exposure is mercy. If she had not been caught now, the path would have taken her too far. But because heaven loves her, because God loves you, the truth has been forced into the open. God says you must not let this message slip past your eyes. Because if you delay, she may fall deeper into the trap. Michael says, I order you as a servant of the Lord to listen, to pray, to act. This is not a casual suggestion. This is a heavenly command for the sake of her soul. Michael says, your daughter's name is written in the book of life, but the enemy is trying to stain the pages with false accusations. The devil rejoiced when she was busted, but God says he allowed it because being caught now will save her from destruction later. If she hides, if she runs, if she buries the truth, the chains will grow heavier. But if you pray, if you stand, if you reach out, the chains will break. The Spirit of God says your daughter is precious, chosen, and anointed, but the enemy targets what is precious. The brighter the destiny, the stronger the attack. That is why she has been busted with things that do not belong to her life. But you are not powerless. God says your authority as a parent, as a believer, as one who loves her is greater than the voice of shame. Heaven stands ready, waiting for your prayer, waiting for your cry, waiting for you to declare, not my daughter. Not her destiny, not her future. When you open your mouth in prayer, Archangel Michael will strike his sword, cutting away the chains that bind her. When you weep before God, those tears become weapons of fire, burning away the lies spoken over her. Michael says she may be afraid to tell you everything. She may be hiding what she was busted with, fearing your disappointment. But God says love will break the silence. Your compassion will unlock her honesty. Do not come with condemnation. Come with the embrace of heaven. For what she needs is not fear but mercy, not judgment but truth spoken in love. Michael says if you reach her with God's love, she will confess and confession will break the power of secrecy. The devil loses power when the secret is revealed. When the light shines into the dark corner. That is why heaven ordered me to bring this to you today. God says, do not ignore this, for this is your family. Your daughter is a treasure and the enemy wants to bury that treasure in the dirt of guilt and failure. But God says, I will not let her go and I will not let you ignore the cry of heaven. She has been busted. Yes, but busted does not mean broken. Busted does not mean finished. Busted means caught before it was too late. God says, see this as my mercy, not my punishment. See this as my hand reaching down to save her before the water drowns her. Michael says the enemy thought this exposure would destroy her. But instead it is the tool God will use to build her testimony. She will rise stronger after this. She will look back one day and say that was the moment God saved me through the love and prayers of my family. But that future depends on this moment. Do not waste it. Do not be silent. Do not delay. Heaven is urgent because her soul is urgent. God says, this is your family, your blood, your daughter. She has been busted with something serious, but you have been chosen to lift her out. Michael is crying because he knows how close she was to being pulled deeper. But he also knows how powerful your prayer can be. The sword of Michael is ready. The armies of heaven are waiting, but they respond to faith. They respond to your cry. God says, will you cry for her tonight? Will you cover her before the throne? Will you fight for her destiny as I have fought for yours? She is young, she is fragile, she is human, but she is loved beyond measure. The enemy wanted her mistake to define her. But God says her mistake will be the very thing that reveals my mercy. She will not be known by her failure, but by her restoration. She will not be defined by what she was busted with, but by how